Hey guys, it's Irfan. I want to show you these vintage office supplies, office products here. These 1, 2, 3, these are the same. 4, those are hole punchers, and this is a staple machine. These are all antique vintage from like the 1950s, 1960s, 1970s. This here is different from the ones we have nowadays. I'm going to show you each one of them. This one here, standard Boerum and Pease N21 universal multiple punch. Multiple punch because it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 punches, but you're not going to punch all 11 at the same time. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, these here, these are adjustable. They slide like that, and whatever punch you're aligned with, that's what's going to punch. And if you put them like here in the middle there, put this in the middle there, only these two, the two end ones would punch, because that's where this thing is. That's what presses on the pins. Alright, so whatever position you want your holes to be punched, you have to move these things. You slide them along and select that, or unselect it by putting it in the middle here, here, or here, where it wouldn't make contact with one of these pins. And on the end here, that's your slider to adjust the starting point of your punch. Like for one of these here, how much from the bottom you want it. And you can see the markings here: 0, 1, 2, 2 3/4, all of that. And the last one, 8.5. So that's the standard paper size, 8.5. So I printed up the service manual for that vintage 1958 Kenmore sewing machine that I was working on, and I'm gonna have to punch the holes to fit into this folder, and it's gonna be three holes. Now this other one here, which is a Oxbury standard punch, that's the actual name of it, manufactured by Boston. It's supposed to have 3 of these things, but one is missing. And this is how you slacken that, and you can move these along to select whatever position you want the holes to be punched. Same thing with this. Now if you look at this, these two are the same, and this one is in a locked position, this one is upright. At the back here, this pin, you push down that and bring that out, it comes up. That's like a lock-in lever. Put it down, bring that over, and it locks. I guess you could do it like this too. Flip it out, bring it up, and this is your adjuster here. You could do it from either side, either from this side or from this side. See the difference? I put it in here, and this one is on this side. Doesn't matter. And with all of them, they've got the catch at the bottom. There's like a container to catch all of the hole punches. Well, those slipped out. Same thing here. It's got the catch on the bottom there, and this one as well. That cardboard there, that's the catch on the bottom. So I'm going to punch these here to put them in the folder. Now I want my page to be aligned like this. You see that distance on the bottom and the distance on top. So I'm just going to mark these holes with a pencil and that'll help me out to set up the pins on the punch. So I got a 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to use this one because it has the 3 punches I could select, and I'm going to have to set up this on the edge so that this here, which is going to be the bottom, is like that, and then I'll set up these things here to punch 1, 2, 3. There, I've got it set up with 1. This is not going to punch because it's in the vacant spot there. The middle one 2, and then the end one 3. And I'm just doing this as a test here now with this page. Set it in there and then punch, and that's my punch. But I don't like how it's so close to the edge. Let me see if I can change that a bit. Maybe I gotta push it in more. About the same thing. Might have to do some adjustment on that. Alright, I cleaned it up a bit under there. I'm gonna try it again with another punch and see how we do. Yeah, you can see it's more in now. It had some dust under there that I just used this to, like that, and that took care of that problem. So now I could go ahead and punch my real pages. So I set this here to stop the bottom, and I got a few pages in there now, and I'm going to go ahead and punch it, and there we go. So let me see how the alignment is. So they're in there, and I've got more space in here. Anyhow, I'm going to continue punching out the rest. I wanted to use this one too to do a few pages that I've got left. So I've set it up. Remember, this one only has 2 punches. So I set it up here with my end guide to match the top and bottom ones exactly. The middle is not going to punch. The only thing is this has got a different alignment in and out, so it's going to punch deeper in here. That's right here. See? A little deeper in. Now, after I finish punching with this, I'll set this up with the blanks and the blanks, and just to punch the middle alone. These two, all of that would be blank. That would be blank. And this here would be blank. So I'll get a blank on, there's no punch on the end, no punch on the end because these are here, and only punch in the middle with this. This will come down there. So these are a few of my remaining pages. Got it set up with the alignment here, then punch down. So I got top and bottom holes, and I'll finish up with this one. So this is in, and I should be able to punch just this one alone. Yep. So you see, I was able to do that. So just wanted to show you how all of these work. I'm not going to be able to use those ones because that's a different hole punch distance. Alright, these are the last pages. Gonna do that. So I got top and bottom, and I'm gonna finish it up in this one here. So after I got the top and bottom punched on that, I'm gonna finish up with this one here, and I'm only punching the middle. See how you're able to select what you punch? Done that, and there we got the 3. gonna put them in the folder now. So I got all of my pages in there. So that's my folder with my service manual. There you have it. Okay. I was able to punch the holes and make up my service manual. Alrighty guys, so that's using this here, selectable pins, and this one. Now I'm going to show you this staple machine, stapler. This is another vintage stapler. Let me see if Google could identify it. Image shows a vintage Arrow stapler, likely from the Canadian Tire Company. Heavy duty, that show more. Yeah. What year was it manufactured? 1950s or 1960s? That's what it says there. Remember, this one was the Borum and Pease N21 Universal. So let's see what the Google says. Says here, this image shows a vintage or antique adjustable 3-hole punch, likely for paper. Alright, now let's ask it. What year was it manufactured? Approximately between 1963 and 1973. Borum and Pease. See what technology we got nowadays? Let's do the other ones and see. Okay, so we're doing the Oxbury standard punch now. The image shows a vintage Boston, and it does say Boston there. 3-hole punch, Oxbury standard punch. See that? And let's see what it says about the year. What year was it manufactured? Alright, that's what it says there, but it says like 1960s. Doesn't give an exact date. Alright, let's do the other two that are left. This is a vintage Boston perforator model 2-hole punch. Manufacturer Hunt Manufacturing Company. And it says Boston there. What year was it manufactured? 1960s to 1980s. Alright. So that's the technology we got nowadays. You could find out anything you want. Now I wanted to show you about this one here. This whole thing comes apart. This is where you put the staples in. Put it back here. Right. This here is a release latch. It's a release latch. Let me show you. When I pull back on it, that pops up. Now you could tilt this back here. See inside. Right, that's where the staples go. And that's what mates on the staples. Now I wanted to show you one more thing on the bottom here. That's another mechanism to release something there. But I wanted to show you this here. See on the bottom it says press here. Now when I pressed that, it released this whole thing. I'm doing a one-handed operation. That's the latch there. Now this is what I wanted to show you. See, it's got 1, 2, 3 different types of staples. Now this one, standard that you see on staplers nowadays. Let me show you another stapler. This is a regular staple machine that you get nowadays. This is from Staples. Now notice here you got only two. 1, 2. This is for the standard stapler, and that's for the one where the punches out. So this punches in, and these two punches out. So that corresponds to here. This punches in, and these two punch out. This is the one that's different. That's what I got to show you how that works. I'm going to use this here to demonstrate the 3 different staple modes. I'll do the standard first, right? You can see that's the standard. That's what we use nowadays a lot. I'm going to set it up for the other one that we use nowadays, and you'll see. You got to push up here to turn it around. So this position now is the other one we use nowadays. I'm going to punch that down. And you can see the underside. It goes in opposite directions. Same direction, opposite direction. Now the last one I'm going to show you is the one we don't have nowadays, but it's from long ago. See it there? Notice how it's offset to the edge, to the one side. Now look what happens when I staple now. Alright, they all look the same on the top. Now this is the last one we did. See how it goes out to the side? Both staples go out in the same direction. This is a little, right? So that's this position there. So this one here, the last one we did, is the one you don't see on staple machines nowadays. That's this one here. Both go over to this way, to the right side. Depends on which way you're looking at it. If you turn it around this way, you know, it'll be the left. And this one here, this is the standard one. That's the first one we did here. That's just like this machine. That's just like this one here on a regular nowadays machine. That's this here. And the other one, which is like here, is this one here. Right, that and this. So these two are similar, and that's this kind of staple there. And this last one, that's the one I've never seen before on any staple machine nowadays. Alright, so there you have it, guys. A vintage staple machine, and the other vintage hole punchers from, you know, 1960s and that era. Thank you very much for watching. Bye now.